Bryce Elder. Where would the Braves be without him? And that statement seems ridiculous in March. Al, what's the answer to that question?
Wow, that's a good question because there's been some injuries to a organization. I was here yesterday talking about, or 2 days ago, about the Rays, how they develop pitching.
Sure.
And I think it's fair to say, like, forget about Smoltzy and Glavine and those guys, Avery. Most recently, what they've been able to develop. And I really believe
pretty amazing.
I don't know if you say pipeline, but there's something there. Bryce Elder, here's a fifth rounder during COVID draft out of University of Texas. Big guy, burly. And when I think Roflo set this up as boring, I wouldn't say boring of an ERA that was leading all of baseball, but I think where we are now, Bill, when you see this, and it actually it excites me.
Sure.
Because 100 miles an hour, 98 miles an hour. His average velocity, now he was leading the league until he gave up the 4 last night, or leading all of baseball. But
the first thing that tells me, though, Al?
Tell me.
He can pitch.
He can pitch.
I mean, that's one thing that we get away from because we're so enamored by that radar gun. We're so enamored by the spin rate on this and the amount of break on that. That 89.8, throwing 90 miles an hour up to home plate with a 2.26 after giving up some goods, tells me he can flat out pitch. Just pitch.
Totally. You have to, right?
Yes.
Because you're not getting away with 89. All right, let's roll here because I got a couple boards and the usual stuff. But I want to really pick your brain on this. But yeah, I want to go through some of the guys, right? I mean, Wright was hurt and Soroka ended up having an injury and guys during the path, of course, Max Fried, front end ace type guy. Ian Anderson got hurt. This is kind of what's happened. Oh boy, Strider. Now that's next level stuff. Fastball, here it is, hit it. But Bryce Elder, to your point, Bill, let's just watch this little rip here. Sinkers at 90, 91 miles an hour. Nice movement. But both sides, back this up. I want to accentuate this one here. So when you face the right-on-right sinker guy, where would you generally think he's going to throw it?
Down and in.
Down and in.
Trying to make you hit a ball off your front foot.
So his ability, when you have trust in a pitch that's your pitch, now he does have a very good slider, you can command both sides. Now, nobody's done it as well as Greg Maddux, but you're looking in. Who is that? Julks?
Yep.
And then sinker in, and then this sinker away, because he threw a sinker in on his hands. Go ahead, Lucas. I mean, that's perfect. That's a big league all-star pitch. Change up. This is fantastic. And I'm going to show you some side views. I'm going to kind of get through this here. But unbelievable movement. All right, slow down. Give me a break here, because the slider. All right, so we went sinker, both sides of the plate. Change up, arm side, away on the lefty. He'll throw it to righty.
And into a righty.
Which is also unusual. Well, how often do you see right-on-right change-ups?
Not that many. And the idea of him being able to bury a sinker that he was able to bury in here and then throw a changeup on the same track, as soon as he sees that changeup coming in there, he wants to get out and get it. And then the idea is you just swing over top of it, it disappears on you. And you mentioned Maddux, I agree, no one did it like him. There's a little Maddux stuff going on there because Maddux, I guarantee guys walked back to the dugout and went, man, come on, I'm 0 for 4 today. Yeah. And we know Maddux is good, but I think that's what this guy brings to the table right now.
And another thing, I'm glad you mentioned that point, movement.
Right.
Location, we'll go with stuff, but location, command, location, movement.
Sure.
So we'll start with what does he have stuff-wise, and then change in speeds with your respective pitches. Go ahead. This is his money pitch. As good as his sinker is, this slider at times, he had 8 strikeouts the other night, 7 of them on this slider, 1 on a fastball. Yeah, look at this.
Can we back that up, Al?
Yeah, back it up, please. Yeah.
Get me to 2 before this one. Because I want to say something, Al, this guy's getting over top of his slider. That thing's going straight down.
And I want to, great, here, come back out of here, what Bill just said. So I'm glad you allowed me to do this. Back it up a little bit, please. Okay, come out, and then soon as he lands, Lauren mentioned about Tommy John. Soon as he touches, stop, back it up 1. Back forward. Yeah, right there. All right. So low elbow. He's a little north of parallel. This isn't great. Hides the baseball great. I don't know too many guys that had really good curveball or slider that doesn't throw off a closed front side, which means slightly across your body that
Correct.
gives you that pull down, that fulcrum. Go ahead. So now he's in position, letters of the jersey facing third base. That is great pull down. That one is like a curveball at 84.
Correct. But it has the slider spin, but he's getting over top of that,
Okay.
pulling it down.
This is what I want to show.
Okay.
Okay, so keep forward it, Lucas. Just the last throw. Yep. All right, we got the slider. You got the spin. It's got downward break to it, which is phenomenal, vertical. Okay, come out of this. I think we have a third base well too. He's 6'2". He's not really that big. When you have a shorter stride, and this would be good. Slow it down and stop at release point. Back it up. Okay. All right. It's a little tight. When you're not a guy that gets way out, the a la Tom Seaver, kind of way out, down, it's hard to get the north and south, which is what puts you in position for a good sink and breaking ball. His landing leg is short, and it gives him that, what I call the catapult. He's really, really on top as a result of not having a long stride, push,
Right.
like a strider. Strider gets way out there, and he gets that vert that
Sure.
he could get the high fastball through the zone. All right, go ahead and finish this. Yeah, it's okay. Good. Look at this, side by side. Go ahead and play this. All right, so this is just simply sinker slider. Back it up again. Let me do it one more time. All right, so we have the same batter. This is beautiful. All right, so this will put a bow on this whole thing. Sinker, slider, whether you sinker, changeup, slider, occasional high fastball. If he thinks guys got their sights down, elevate. Sure. Go ahead, play the sinker on the left here. Look at the movement.
That's ridiculous.
Unbelievable. Same batter. He can't cover that. The plate is 17 inches. He swung at a ball that was 8 inches inside. How far is this sinker right here? A foot. So he's trying to cover this much. That's a lost at bat, meaning like, where do I go?
Right, and that's even borderline a strike, whatever you want to call that or not.
That's
but
strike.
the idea, well, it is in your mind. The idea
touching
of
the
chasing,
box.
Who cares what that box is?
Back it up right here, Lucas.
Al,
Right up.
are you
Well,
telling me
keep
the
going,
box
keep
is
going.
gospel?
Forward.
Al, are you telling me
Stop right there. Stop.
Al!
Don't listen to Billy. Don't listen to him.
Are you telling me the box is gospel?
No.
Okay.
What are
then
you
stop trying to point that out.
No. This is one of the stadiums that has a camera right behind center field. Is that not on the corner?
No.
What? All right, one more click forward. No, forward. Yeah, right there. Stop right there. That's not a strike?
No.
Come on. See, this is the problem. But we had barely over a 2-hour game. No, we barely had a 2-hour game. All right, play it. Go ahead. That's beautiful. Slugging of secondary pitches. His slider and his changeup. So here's the guy. Slugging is the combined bases, right? There we go. 250.
So what you're saying? There's a pretty good list of people up there.
Yeah. These are guys with their off-speed pitches, tops in the game.
Can I ask you one question? Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know what this is?
Because we'll be here until we actually walk it off. Go ahead. Keep going.
Well, that's good. We got 45 minutes. All right. See this? You know what this means?
That's a clock.
But what does this mean? What's the beauty of this? Watch this. So slider, the spin is coming from the same direction as your fastball. So the fastball comes out this way and the slider comes out this way. Some guys will throw their slider this way and their fastball this way. So the identifying the two pitches, now they converge.
Well, I'm glad you explained that because that's the most bizarre chart I think I've ever seen.
What are you talking about? It's perfect. You want your fastball.
No,
in this
I know
case,
what you just
to
said,
perfectly
Al.
align.
I know what you said.
So let me show everybody. Watch this. Oh, this is good. Right over here. So, where am I?
Oh boy.
Row flow.
Hey, Roflo, do you know what that chart says?
Row flow. See this? That is the spin of his fastball. Ready? Now I'm going slider. It goes this way.
Oh.
Very unusual, because
That's
sometimes you'll have a guy who throws his fastball like this, and then he throws his slider or his curveball this way.
Roflo.
So the more you can get it to look the same out of hand.
Roflo, do you know what Al just said? Yes. Do you know what that chart
Yeah, it's a spin-based movement chart, duh.
Exactly.
Thank
Okay,
you.
my fault.
I don't have to tell
Thank you,
My
Lauren.
fault.
I think the big takeaway from that breakdown is that the box is not gospel.
It is not gospel.
No, I agree
Remember
with
that.
that. But was that not a strike?
Yeah, it was a strike.